Ziggs is just saying, look, we're not going to fight with you as much, but we can poke out, survive, and get farm. So I think DK, I mean, it's double AP, it's a little better with Bloodletter's Curse. Often you go Black. Game 2 for BFX. I mean, we thought that the... Hang on a second. Lucid. Forcing the flash out of Raptor. Q not on target from Clear. Gets the flash out of the Sion pretty easily. Lee Sin flying back in. His mind was telling him no, but his body was very much telling him yes. Counter-Strike does actually land. Not bad damage onto Chovy. Flashing out of the Q. The Q lands from Raptor, though. That could be a problem. Does he follow? I don't think he does. Has to hop out. Clear trying to get the kill onto him, and he will be able to turn the kill back. Clear makes it a 1-for-1. Raptor keeps his flash, by the way. Lucid uses flash. Bees are hard. I didn't actually check the skin. So Dragon not going to be contested, question mark? With the Rend especially not really. Now Kalista always wants those early objectives, you can help it. Hang on a second. Lucid could... Hook's going in. Lucid does have his flash back. Does he go in? Cooldown's coming back up. Gotta be careful. That's the Realm War coming down. But it's stopped by Showmaker. Gets himself the Nether Grasp in there. Lucid might have to flash over the wall. And does. Good stop there of the Realm Warp. Showmaker saving his team from Vikla joining the play a little bit more quickly. But that being said, it's a bit worrying that Lucid starting up the grubs a little bit... I was about to say a little bit of a slow early game. We've had some skirmishes. Showmaker stopped a Realm Warp earlier with his ultimate. Are we going to see a fight over this? I mean, there is a level 6 Lee Sin. Q lands onto one of the grubs instead. 1-2 taken, then kick back onto Lucid. Does have the Crescent Guard, and Raptor's taking damage. That's a lot of numbers from BFX here first, though. Lucid trying to take him down, won't be able to do so. 2 quick kills. They took 2 grubs, the BFX take 2 kills.
We'll take that every day of the week. That is great news. EK find themselves down. As I said, I'm quite a fan of the pre-chorus lines we're getting. Shu is going to have to flash away as he's rune prisoned and then kicked away from the turret. Will hop a little ways, but unfortunately 1 hop this time is not enough, and he will cha-cha real smooth into the grave.
2 kicks this time. Raptor getting the right in the back.
Cool, real smooth.
Oh, shut up. Amy's gonna get teleported on. BFX making a couple of big plays back to back. Vikla just got that kill topside, teleporting bot, maybe getting another hit. Aiming, teleporting away.
Vikla's now here with a rune prison, and Beryl, I think, will need to run a little ways away, but he's fine for now.
And also, Belgrath.
It'll be fine, it'll be fine. Realm Warp. Hook.
Vikla getting himself the rune prison in there. Raptor doesn't have flash or ult to kick him back, so Beryl will make it out with a decent amount of HP, but won't have enough to fight.
He's got spicy water balloons as aiming. Like, water balloon.
You ever been slapped by one of them thrown at high speed? Sounds dangerous. Dangerous weapon, that. Yeah, we used to... Back at like a youth group we were part of, we used to play like Space Invaders, but with lots of people getting more.
Yes,
it was very fun. Anyway, a little bit more gameplay of this one of a different retro variety. Good Renata all across the team.
Okay, as some damage comes on through. Flash for the Malzahar! Nether Grasp, and Diablo is going to get bailed out and actually gets to survive. But look who's here! She will make sure the death is finally confirmed. Clear now in danger as well, has to flash away. But there's the follow-up with the Audacious Charge. Rune Prison for a second or 2. Hand shook, but all the while the Renata dies. It's a 2-for-2. It's messy. Counter-Strike onto. Big value. And Dplus KIA just skirmishing like gods this series. The Call of the Void silences the rise. And Dplus KIA get the ace.
There is so much deep-fried cholesterol in this game. My stomach can't take it. It is eventually. The first novel isn't actually.
Yeah.
But like, it eventually does get... Oh, yeah, 35,000 words. Shiwa going on top side. Raptor's head lands the Q.
Ooh, Siwu is going to get back into the redemption just about. Beryl now here gets a staggering blows. TP's flying. How
coming in
do they want to go?
That's coming in from the Ziggs, and what that does mean is that if they do get a good fight here, they might be able to get the satchel in here. Diablo left alone, there's no Renata here.
Wind becomes lightning, the Audacious Charge, the Nether Grasp, and you will not pass go, you'll need a sticky end is what will happen. Beryl gets shook back in, and it's a very firm handshake. Will manage to go to the wall with the Reg line, remember that.
Good sidestep. If they do survive long enough. Hang on, wait, so Lucid dies in mid lane, but no one dies top lane. I have no idea what happens there. Clear didn't teleport. He ended up ulting into mid lane to kill Lucid as he was under that turret. I presume Lucid tried to take mid lane turret. Died the Sion ult and the CC. Teleport now coming in for the Sion top lane, which he saved from earlier.
Shiwu gets handshake into the decimating smash, but a Satchel charge away. Shiwu needs to counter strike, gets healed, needs to try and hop to someone. Are they going to let him get the range? I think they will. There he goes and gets out. Nice combo from Cullen and Clear, though.
Oh my god, this is
another TP.
Another teleport. I mean, can I just say, I want to reiterate this yet again. I watch a lot of LPL. I enjoy LPL. I am really enjoying casting. At this point in my life, I actually not sure I want to move countries again for like the second time in the last couple of years, really. my mental health. I've done
it so many times.
Sam's a little bit more practiced at it. I mean, honestly, I'd love to maybe do that at some point in my life. If they'd asked me 3 years ago, or if I'd had the chance to, maybe I would have done. But then again, I was less established, so it's a little bit harder to sell that right. But maybe, I mean, I love the LCK, I love the casters over there. Very, very talented. And of course, some big congratulations to Chronicler on his career over there. He's a real idol and an icon. Satchel will go into the mid lane. I'll take down that turret. I have to say, I'm getting a bit worried for BFX. I thought they'd got good control of this game. It's slipped away a little bit. They do use
descended into the mud pit a bit.
They have used the Herald in top lane to get some turrets there. Turret plates there. Not turret plates. Well, a turret topside charge into the second one. And Raptor, he could be in trouble here, actually.
Raptor gets away with that. Got a flash away. They're going to try and realm more power. The Mega photobomb, they've interrupted it! Flash over the wall from Barrel! Wonderful angle and gets so much work done.
Dplus KIA. I think they took that loss against Weibo maybe a little bit personally. Redemption was used to cut off one retreat angle. Vikla, I think he's dead here, folks. Slow, Satchel, dead, Rise. Shiwu picks up another kill.
Are you enjoying my various little song interludes behind you all?
Because it's ASI, yes.
Yes,
I'm sure God Gwar approves.
Showmaker's now bot side. He should clear out this web.
Oh, interestingly, he's going towards the Rylai second, which it does work very well against a lot of this team, and it does work against something like that Kalista. I was wondering if you'd go to something like that Bloodletters just to amp up the damage from both him. Does not care too much for the damage coming out of the Malzahar right now, so Clear will need to be an important part of this front line. If he gets into a good position and actually threatens cancels, that could be an issue.
Shiwu now through mid lane will be here, I think, on a good
timer. There was the Ziggs ult used onto the bot lane there too, so Callan Diablo a little bit of poke onto them, aiming doing just a free ball there.
See what he can again with a little bit of that Blackfire torch burn. It's decent enough. Can look to find the Shiwu flank angle. He's on vision while he's doing it. So they know he's here. And BFX have got Vikla off on an angle to stop him coming over.
So what's the plan from Shiwu?
The wall. Silence prevents a decimating smash.
It is the counter-strike coming through. Raptor potentially looking up to help Vikla. She was losing the trade against the Rise right now. Here comes Beryl.
With the hook, will force the Fate's call. But the turnaround CC is pretty damn good with the Satchel Charge and Clear. Again, Silence. Again with the Malefic Visions turning around him. That's some scary damn honey. Shiwu looking for control angle to the backside. Lucid, Crescent Guard, value onto Diablo, who's got himself a bailout running, but not for that much longer. Wimper comes lightning. Now he needs to get the bailout. Doesn't get it. Shiwu flashes away. The hostile takeover lands onto no one. Lucid gets kicked and will maybe survive. The Rune Prison leads aiming to death. They try to realm warp out. They get one away. Clears out. Kellen on the other side, though, may well be forced into a silence. The Rylai slow, and the Voidlings are summoned. Another bailout that means nothing. It's scrappy again, but it is a Dplus KIA win.
It is. Lucid dies, so they can't take the Atacon afterwards. They do get a bunch of kills. It is a 3 for 2, so it's not a crazy win in terms of the actual fight. They do get the Dragon. Teleport coming in bot side from Clear. Doesn't have ultimate. I think they're looking to catch out Shiwu if they can. He'll have to teleport out to safety.
In this bush, surely they do. The TPing around to come on in and try and play this. Shiwu with like next to no mana means he's likely dead. Showmaker down, Beryl already here. There's that TPing in again. They've got no one else who can join. I think this is going to be a 3v2. And Vikla's silenced. Beryl hooks away. Showmaker still trading well. How long until the Nethergrass? Good damage onto Beryl. Vikla gets exhausted, but too little too late. Aiming's now here. Misses the Mega Inferno Ball. Gets not back in. Aiming with a wonderful Satchel will at least get that kill onto the right.
He did get the edge of the ultimate. Didn't look clear there, but the damage came through, and that's enough to kill Vikla. Dead for 40 seconds, but the damage the Rise did takes Shiwu off of the board. Lucid is back, aiming no ult. I'm not sure BFX should go for this, but they do have the rend to make this into a less of an even smite fight.
7 seconds on Showmaker, Nether Grasp. That will be a problem. Suppression, and then you can't smite at all. They need to get this down now.
How much can aiming do? You're absolutely right. That Nether Grasp is incredibly important. Teleport coming in from Shiwu. This is going very low.
Into the backline, with the audacious charge. The Crescent Guard away. Diablo low, trying to get inside there. Flash away to prevent the rend pull. Showmaker still throwing down the Malefic Visions, and the Voidlings are everywhere. It is a catastrophe. The pandemic courtesy of Malzahar brings everyone low as aiming bombs what remains.
BFX tried to roll a couple of teleports to kill Shiwu into an Atacon play, but DK are just rolling with the punches better. That has been the story of this series. Dplus KIA, they're just mechanically outplaying in the fights. They're more coordinated. They see those angles to split up the fight and make it a mess. Dplus KIA, such an entertaining team to watch.
We are now at 28 kills in 22.
There's even a chance that they could kill this tower and go for something there, right? There's a void staff on aiming, which means that he's doing significant damage to everyone, even Clear. I think Clear could die as the first turret if it go first target rather, if things go wrong enough.
I completely agree. Again, Malzahar is quietly very good against tanks because of the amount of burn he does, the amount of percent HP damage he does. Raptor's going to try and jump through mid, but there goes the inhibitor. No Baron required, and that's a big deal.
Raptor's trying to take down the mid lane outer turret. Feels like it's a little too late. Won't be able to kill it. Shiwu defending both turrets at once here. There is the 1 grub on BFX. Not like it's a 3 grub push where it'd actually be a threat there. DK will back off after taking that inhib. They might lose the inner turret if they... I guess not, but...
Leandri's done for miles a heart.
That's
stuff done for aiming.
That is actually huge.
The penetration is now very, very annoying.
Aiming's also close towards the Seraphs too, which will be really nasty in the late game because he's just stacked up that tier to max. It's kind of a bit of a luxury item at this point. Luxury isn't fine to me. Anyway, Dragon's going to go to third DK. Second one for them. Still get themselves a bit more out of combat move speed.
Kia, alright.
Kia.
Dplus KIA. Kia. And then you turn the apostrophe into it, yeah.
Sometimes I feel like the Britishisms have gone too far, but there's always further they could go.
There's always further. I can go a lot deeper.
Diablo is very... Hang on a second. Diablo's actually very far from the rest of his team. There was an angle to maybe go for a bit of a play on. I mean, the tower's completely gone. Yeah.
Between Voidlings and the Ziggs passive, you shred him.
And we're getting to the point where the Satchel is leveled up now at this point, getting towards... I'm not sure if it's first or second, actually. I'm not entirely sure. But if you level up the Satchel second, the execute threshold goes up as well with it, which means that it goes up from, I want to say, 15 or 20% up to 30% or something like that. Which part of the UK we're from? We're from around Notts, around the middle. Let's go! He's back! We needed to know this. He's voting for BFX, but I think he might be lying to us. The Rumble cancelled.
He's giving false hope. He is a cruel and callous at times. The hook lands. The Fate Seal comes on in. Actually, not a bad rune prison. And a CC channel to Shiwu is good. Hostile takeover.
Wait!
1 for 1. Clear still low. That's still not that great because remember, there's still a Nethergrass. There's still the Malefic Visions. Raptor to the backside gets knocked up. The Crescent Guard leads to everyone. Unfortunately, getting knocked around. That's not bad damage. Aiming just about survives. And Victor runs away.
For a second, I thought we had the most legendary Grasshopper blessing that we have ever seen. Not that we see many of them. A kill for Barrel onto Vikla. He'll get himself his first kill of the game. It might actually be his only one. I think this will be the end of the game. Aiming will have satchels to execute the towers. I think they'll be ending the game and the series shortly after.
We were worried about a 9-game day, and Dplus KIA just laughed at our face and said, you should have just believed. Some excellently fun comps from them today, and they managed to, with style and verve and elegance, bring us to the fast food restaurant of the gods. God Guo is well fed here and entertained by his gladiator.